We're in Elizabeth, Illinois at Highway 20 Brewing Company. So named, I'm guessing, Brian, because you're on Highway 20.
Correct.
It didn't take me long to put that together. It's right in your front yard.
It is.
This is a very interesting space for a brewery. Can we talk about the building first?
Sure.
This was not built just to be the Highway 20 Brewing Company. This is a building that has a little bit of a history, and I'm guessing the stained glass windows kind of give it away, but we'll have Brian explain.
Correct. Yeah, this was a church from 1875 to 1975.
Oh, wow.
The windows came in about the 40s, and luckily they remain as what they were when they came in.
The windows are gorgeous. Like, I could see that just being kind of awe-inspiring, and stained glass windows are literally intended to inspire awe, right? I mean, that's what they're designed for.
Right.
Although normally, this space for 100 years was meant for a much more reverent purpose than what it's used for now.
Correct.
Not to say that people aren't having religious experiences here.
Yes.
No, the inside is cozy, intimate. I think if I were putting it on the market, those were words I'd use. I mean, it's a small space on the inside. You've got a back patio, which is terrific as well.
Right.
And I mentioned for the summer, that's probably where most of the action happens.
It is. Yeah, we when we built it, none of that was there back there. That was kind of our intention, was to make it like someone's backyard. So we just wanted people to come hang out, enjoy themselves, like going over to a friend's house.
So it's called Highway 20 Brewing, and I guess I didn't realize this. I will confess this. I've driven through Elizabeth a lot. This is my first time spending a lot of time here in Elizabeth.
Right.
But although this is a touristy part of the state, you do get a lot of people from all over that come to this part. This part of Illinois.
Right.
But I guess I didn't realize until I was doing a little bit of research, reading up when I knew I was coming to visit you. Highway 20 starts in Boston?
It does.
And ends in Oregon.
Longest continuous road in the United States.
That's crazy. Yeah. You opened this brewery in 2020.
We did.
And it's Highway 20.
Correct.
So that all works.
Right.
How did we get from where you were before you were here to here? Like, first of all, you're from the southern part of Chicago, south side of Chicago,
right.
And now you're here in Elizabeth. How does that happen?
Yeah, my wife and I, grew up in the south side.
Which we can all agree is the best side to grow up.
Of course.
This is without,
right.
There's no dispute.
But we had been coming out to Galena, this area for over 20 years. And once we were able to kind of make a move, we just decided to come out this way. For a while, we kicked around the idea of opening a restaurant or opening something, and that was part of the reason for coming out here. And we had been home brewing for about 8 years, and we saw this building actually twice. First time, we thought it was too small, not enough parking. Second time, we just fell in love with it, and this is what became.
Yeah, I could see why you would fall in love with it, because it's a very different space than you would go to. I mean, there's certainly a vibe in here.
Right.
It's really inviting, which you wouldn't think an old church would be.
Yeah. I mean, it's pretty cozy, and for us, no televisions. We just want people to know their neighbor, come talk to people, get to know each other.
So that's important. It's originally you wanted to be the Elizabeth Brewing Company. You want this to be a place for tourists, but also for the people of the town to come and embrace.
Exactly. Yeah, we have a good local presence, and we want to keep it that way. It's important to us for community. We try to keep as much local as possible. We let people carry in food from local businesses. We give all our grain to a farm down the road. We try to keep everything as community-oriented as possible.
Know this, when you're in this part of Illinois and you want to come to Highway 20 Brewing, get here early in the afternoon, because they're not open all hours of the night.
True. Yeah,
that's by design because of the residential neighborhood that you're in.
Right. Yeah, again, we get a lot of tourism. People are passing through, and we're daytime hours mostly. We're closed at 8 during the week and on Saturdays, but we have live music on the weekends, and it's early mid-afternoon. We're kind of a hangout place until dinner, and then people kind of move off to dinner. And
it makes sense to be a daytime place too because of the windows, right?
Yeah. When the sunlight comes through during the day, you can kind of see all the windows being hit as the sun moves around, and it's spectacular.
How about, can I have a little bit of something? What
would you like?
Well, the answer is all of it, but we don't have a.
Well,
it's probably not a good idea.
Okay.
So I see you have a Yellowstone. That's
Kolsch.
That's the Kolsch,
Yep.
and again, Yellowstone is on Highway 20.
It is. So a lot of our names we try to keep either street themed, road themed for a lot of them, or we try to fit a church theme once in a while.
Sure. This was a Presbyterian church.
It was.
But you're not like a Presbyterian church. Like that's not a thing that you would.
Nothing I know.
No, that's not a thing. Let's do the Kolsch.
Okay.
Yeah, I haven't had a Kolsch in a long time, and it
Perfect.
certainly is that time of year as we're here in late June. Yellowstone is on Highway 20, and again, it goes from Boston all the way to Oregon. Is that, you have a sign back there, is that every single town that's on Highway 20, or just like the highlights?
Those are, I think, predominantly major roads, major cities that the road goes directly through. So any little town, I think, directly off of 20 is probably not on there.
Yeah, but that's fascinating. So, I mean, to really tie into the highway, which I had no idea, like, we really should pay more attention to it.
Right.
If it goes across the country,
Yeah.
Route 66 gets all this love, and Highway 20, well, it's got this beer, so we have that.
So we have education too. You know, a lot of people don't know it. So,
Right.
you know, they walk in for the first time and they, same as you, they're like,
Right.
wow, it goes all the way across.
Right. Okay, so this is this is your Kolsch. What am I looking for here?
Traditional German, so light body, mild hop bitterness.
Oh, that's
Nice and easy drinking.
Oh, what's going on in the finish there? It's crisp, but then it's got a little silkiness for a Kolsch. That's fantastic.
Yeah, it's one of our favorites. We usually wrap around a Pilsner Kolsch and a lot of times a Helles, and that'll kind of be our rotation with our light beer.
So you do a lot of traditional German beers.
We do.
Yeah.
Yep.
This is, well, gosh. That's outstanding.
Thank you.
And I could see this being a big hit if it were, super
It is.
warm back there.
It is, yeah. Yeah, we go through a lot of the lights, Pilsners and Kolsches all summer long.
It's an absolute must travel to. We're, again, at the Highway 20 Brewing Company in Elizabeth, Illinois. Brian, thanks for your time, man. And
appreciate it.
Thanks for the Kolsch. I will be finishing this while you enjoy some commercials or something. I don't know what's coming up next. Cheers.
Cheers.